Well, I got good news and bad news. Bad news, my glasses broke. Good news is I was able to fix them with a paper clip. Even better news, now I'm styling and profiling. Even better news, if you ever need to hold two pieces of paper together in an emergency, I got you. But we're going to be redrawing kids' art today. I got my niece and nephew's art. We got two different drawings that we're going to be recreating. We're going to be redrawing these two drawings right here. So we're going to be redrawing Sonic and redrawing Stitch. But as always, welcome back to Sketching with Shaw, and let's hop right into it, shall we? So the first one we're going to be recreating is Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't remember when my nephew drew this for me, but I know it was quite a while ago. Probably a few months ago. Started out with his big circular head. Put us a line so we know where the center is going to be at. Got to figure out how big he's going to be. Sonic's got quite a big head, and then kind of a smaller body. And then he's got long arms and legs. Give him his nice long skinny legs. Kind of comes up to his round body. And he ain't really got much of a neck. His head kind of just sits on his shoulders. He's got some big old, I don't know what the hell type of shoes these are, but I know they're pretty big. But we got the start of his shoes done. I guess we can go ahead and try to block them in. Hopefully they're going to fit. They should be able to. It's going to be cutting it close, but oh yeah, we should be fine. We got plenty of room to work with. Give him the big strap across the shoe with his buckle. There we go. Now we got a second shoe in there. But so far, I think the shoes are looking pretty good. Which we can't see the buckle on that side of the shoe because how the leg is turned, so we ain't gonna do that one. I guess we can go ahead and give him his belly patch. Then he's got a little tail. Bada boom. Alright, I don't know if I want to do his head or arms next. I think I'll go ahead and start mapping out the face. Give him his big old black bean looking nose. Then he's got some big old eyes. It's all coming together. Gotta give him his little smirk. The face is looking pretty good so far. Now all we got left is kind of the spikes. Oh well, I forgot his arms. I guess we also have to do that. But I think I'm gonna finish the head off before we move to the arms. Give him his big old pointy ears. Gotta give him his big old back spikes. Make his cheek pronounced out a little bit, that way it ain't so flat on that side. That's another tip. If you want to make your art not as flat, try to overlap things. So like right here, you got the eyebrow overlapping the top of the head instead of just being a continuous straight line like over here. So it makes it to where the eyebrow looks like it's farther or closer to us than the top of the head. And just like the nose right here, it's overlapping the eye, so it's pushing the eye back and bringing the nose forward. Just a little art tip for you. Alright, now we're starting on his big old spikes. He's got quite a few of them in the back here. Start off with his main one, and then it kind of curves down into another one. And then the one for the top back of his head kind of just... We can erase this side of the head and erase this top part. And we're almost done. All we got left is the arms. Just going to erase some of these extra lines we no longer need. Alright, he's got these skinny little arms too. He's got skinny arms, skinny legs. Yeah, I remember the first thing I drew for my little nephew. He was probably like 3 years old, if that. And I showed him that I could draw SpongeBob, Patrick, and I think Squidward. And ever since he saw me draw, he started asking me, "Hey, Unc, will you draw me this? Will you draw me that?" And eventually I was like, "Buddy, you got to start learning on your own. That way you can draw your own stuff." And well, next time I come down to my brother's house, he started showing me the artwork that he started working on. And I started to encourage him to draw. And now he's been drawing ever since he was 3 years old. And he's 10 now, so he's gotten a lot better. And then my niece, She's 2 years younger than him, and of course she grew up watching him draw, so that made her want to start drawing. So now she's doing her own little artwork, and I'd be encouraging her to keep it up. He's got these big old white gloves. I don't know, Sega just loves giving characters big old white gloves for some reason, which they are easier to draw, so I'm not complaining, than regular normal hands, because they're very cartoony. It's also why animators and cartoons used to do that, because it's a lot harder drawing realistic hands than just big old gloves. Now we're going to erase some of this stuff in the background that we no longer need. And now all we got left is the other glove. Got to give him his other arm coming down. But I'm glad that my niece and nephew picked up art, because when I was little, I used to look at my cousins and my uncle, and they'd do all these awesome artworks, which they drew stuff like skulls and more like badass stuff, because my uncle was a tattoo artist, so that's what he was used to drawing. And of course, being a young lad, I was like, that's cool, I want to draw skulls. So I picked up a pencil, started drawing when I've been drawing stick figures ever since I was also a little kid, so art just kind of runs in my family. So I'm glad they picked it up and continued. Buddy's doing the OJ, trying on the glove. I think I made this hand slightly too big, so I might try to fix that real quick. Here's another little art tip. If you want to measure something, you can use the end of your lead and then mark the other end with your thumbnail. So the start of the wrist and then the end of the hand right there. So it'd be about that long. Then if we look over here, it's a lot longer on this side. So it's, yeah, I'm gonna have to erase everything and redo it. This is such an artist pet peeve of mine. Don't you just love it when your eraser just decides to leave everything on your page? We got us a blank canvas again. Let's try this again, shall we? And now we got the sketch done. Now let's do the line work. Now that we've got the outline done, we're going to hit it with the eraser, get rid of all the pencil marks, and see what our final line art is going to look like. And of course, the drawing ain't done without a little bit of color, so we're going to add that right now. Here's another little art tip. If you're working with Prismacolor or any other coloring pencils, and you're getting these little shaving marks on your paper, don't wipe them away like that, because you're just going to smear the little marks into your paper. What you want to do is just tap your finger like that, and it picks up all the, I don't know if you can see that, but it picks up all the dust, and then you can just wipe it off on a paper towel or something else. But just a quick little artist tip there for you. And with the final bit of color being added, we have ourselves a finished drawing. Now let's put them side by side and see how good we did. And now with them side by side, we can see the drastic comparison. Definitely have fun doing this. Can't wait to get onto the stitch. I know my niece and nephew is going to watch this video. I know they're going to love seeing this. But I can't wait to see my niece and nephew's reactions to their remade drawings. But that's for another time. Right now we got to move on to the stitch. This one's pretty basic. It's just Stitch sitting down on the ground. So he's got a nice big kind of rounded but kind of a little bit of a football shape going on. And of course it can't be Stitch without his big old lovely ears. And my niece, she also drew this a few months ago. She absolutely loved her some Stitch. We're actually going to be seeing the Stitch movie not too long from now. Got high hopes for it, but I don't know, the original cartoon is going to be hard to beat. Go ahead and give him his little slice in his ear. And then this one also has one down here. And just like that, we're already looking like Stitch. We're on the right path. Too bad Stitch ain't real, man. It'd be tight to own a little Stitch animal or alien. Ohana means family. I need to rewatch the old Lilo and Stitch cartoon. It's been a minute. Always like the big old shark looking dude in the movie, but I don't think he's actually going to be in the live action, sadly, which sucks, but I'm not the director, so there ain't nothing I can do about it. Alright, he's got some big old forearms we gotta give him. Alright, now he's got these little claws on his hands. We gotta get these right. I think his thumb claws are a little bit too long. They seem a little bit longer than his finger claws, so I'm gonna just shorten these up just a little bit. He's got a little tuft of hair right here in the middle. And now his feet's a little bit more stubby. They ain't really claw-like. They're kind of got little nubs on them. Just gonna roughly sketch in the size of them before we go into detail. Try to replicate it on this side. Get them roughly the same size. It's a little hard to see right now, but it'll get cleaned up when we do the line art. Now we gotta give him his pad on the bottom of his foot, and this foot will be about complete. And just like the other side, to finish this foot up, we're gonna have to put the little pad on the bottom of his foot. And now the feet are done. Now all we got left is that beautiful mug of his, which just like his chest up here, he's got a little tuft of hair because he's a fluffy little fellow. Alright, so he has this little blue patch on his belly that comes up into his face, so we're gonna erase some gaps right here so we can take this line and extend it up past his head line right there, and then his smile pretty much ear to ear, big old grin, and it slightly curves up on the outer edges to give him that slight smile, and then comes up in the middle because it wraps around the face. And then we want to take these lines that we extended up and just connect them right there. And now we got the blue patch, and we can give him the bottom of his lip. There's all sorts of stuff going on the road over there. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but there's like an ambulance and a cop car, and I don't know what all. I apologize if y'all hear all that ruckus going on out there. But he's got a big old nose and eyes, so we're just going to throw that in there. Now for his big old eyes. Give him some little bumps or some eyebrow action. And with that, we're almost done. We just got to finish up the ears and put the eyeballs in. Give him the reflection in his big old alien eyes. Plus it just brings him to life. There we go. Look at that. He's practically jumping off the page now. And now all we got left is to finish off these ears right here. And these just kind of come swooping down like this. And this just connects up to this side over here like that. And now we have ourselves a finished stitch sketch. Once again, a bit of a tongue twister. I'm always getting hit with those in these videos for some reason. But now that we got the sketch done, let's get the line art done. Now let's clean this up and see our final line work, shall we? Now let's add some color to it. Well, like a goofy goober, I forgot to videotape me putting in the black in the eyes and the nostrils and stuff like that. But we do have ourselves a finished stitch drawing, so let's pop them both up on screen and see how good we did. Well, here's the comparison between these two. I absolutely love it. I think it turned out wonderful, just like the other one. And I know my niece and nephew is going to love these two remakes of their drawings. I'm excited to show them. I can't wait for them to see them. And like I said before, I know they're going to be watching this video, so I can't wait to see their reactions to see how good they think I did. But tell me in the comments how good you think I did. And if you have any art you want to share with me, I'd love to see it over on my Instagram, where I'll like it and share it to my page. But as always, y'all already know, like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, and I'll see you next week.